right, what's up, everybody? Cowboy here. A little rough out of the gate. I made a little technical error. Everybody, we are going to go through a pretty cool show today here. We got Think Free on with us. Think Free. Tell the audience hello.
Hello. Good to be here, Cowboy.
Good
It's
to have
great.
you on.
Yeah.
Think Free, how long have you been with Algo Factory?
I think it was last July or August. And but I'm still developing my algo. I haven't had time. I've been probably putting in for the most part about 3 hours a week, right? And I'm starting to pick it up now more as I hopefully am narrowing in on a good algo to test. So yeah.
Gotcha.
It's
Yeah,
great.
that's
It's really been good being part of this group, man.
well, wonderful. Yeah,
Yep.
even if you're not, so with Algo Factory, we have a couple of different functions. One of them is, of course, to build your algo. That's the main function, but we do have the Telegram room where if
Mhm.
you are watching the market, even if you're still building the algo itself, you're able to have insights into the market, right? You can know what's going on, join the live shows, talk to the guests. A lot of people are already trading; they're just not trading with their algo, and that's helpful as well. In fact, back in I think it was around that time. This is when I was taking a look at the crypto charts, and this is I'll take a quick victory lap. I've been trying not to take this particular victory lap for too often, but it does bear repeating that I called Solana. And I know we don't do signals. We're not a signal room. I just talk about what I'm doing. I talk about what I'm trading. People can do their own research, just like we say nothing is investment advice on these channels or on these shows or anything we do. But what I did was I said, I'm going to buy FTX. And it was about $13 at the time. Not FTX, forgive me. Solana. I'm going to buy Solana, which was about $13 at the time. And what I explained to everybody was like, look, when FTX crashed, it took Solana down with it. And it took actually a lot of my money with it. I lost what some people would call retirement money. But you know what? I've been in crypto since 2017, so I understand how to take a loss. Anybody who's been trading for more than a few years and like lives on it, they understand how to take a loss. And despite how devastating that was, I'm still here. I'm still doing it, and I haven't needed a job since 2017. So understand that FTX was something that I saw value in, and I compared it to the MT Gox scenario, which was before my time in crypto. When MT Gox crashed, if you will, when the money was basically stolen, they say, Bitcoin was blamed. Bitcoin is not safe and all this stuff. And nobody understood the technology of Bitcoin at the time. So they all blamed Bitcoin. Bitcoin went to a very low price. And one of my buddies actually came in and swiped up $10,000 with Bitcoin when it was below $100. Now, he doesn't really have any problems. So, not financial ones anyway. So, what ended up going down there was I recognized that same scenario with Solana. And I realized, okay, Solana's being crushed. Its fundamentals are unchanged. It's only been crushed because FTX was on the Solana blockchain.
Mhm.
So, a lot of people thought that those two were linked. And I said, I'm getting Solana below a certain price. And I still haven't sold Solana to this day. So understand that this is a big opportunity for a lot of people, and a lot of people saw what I was doing and did their own research. And we have people in Algo Factory who, I mean, for all intents and purposes, their Algo Factory is paid for. I made calls that are easily times 10 from back even earlier this year. A lot of calls in crypto that like I said, they're just for me. They're not for you to just go buy. We're not a signal services, but a lot of people did their own research, and their research matched my research, and they went ahead and bought it. And they're again. Algo Factory is paid for. So even if you're not really building your algo yet, or if you're still researching your algorithm, there's a lot of value over at Algo Factory, right? So in this case, though, Daniel, you've been in since last summer, and you've been spending as much time as you could, as much time
Yep.
as you can. It's like somebody who has a full-time job. They can still spend 3-4 hours a week building the algorithm, and it's been almost a year, and you're coming up to the point where, I mean, I'm looking at your algorithm on my screen. We can't see it yet out there in YouTube land, but I'm looking at it, and this thing looks really very tradable.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't want to be
Yep.
I don't want to be what's that word, patronizing, but I'm proud of you, man. I mean,
Yeah.
this
Thank
is
you.
this is looking real good. I like the simplicity of it.
Yeah.
That's actually a key thing with algos. A lot of people who are new to the game, they maybe overdo it. They make things way too complex.
Mhm.
And this is very simple, which is key. That's one of the things I do with my algos is I simplify. You all have seen my crazy screen with all those multiple panels. That's me testing stuff. I don't actually trade that. So that's one thing to understand right off the bat. But I'm going to go ahead and bring your algo up on the screen now that we're kind of blowing it up. And we have V the Gorilla in the house. How are you, sir?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Think Free.
Good morning. Hey,
how are you?
Good. I'm doing really good this morning. Good to hear your voice.
Well, same here, my man. Same here. Yeah, glad to have you on, and glad to see you demonstrating the power of what you've created.
Yeah, we're just we're on YouTube and live. We're keeping this one live today, everybody. So awesome. This is where Think Free is going to go through his algo. We're going to kind of see what's going on, and there are some things in the background that Think Free is not going to share because we're just not going to share that with the general public. At the end, we're gonna jump off of the YouTube and all that. We're gonna stay in the private lab, but we're gonna stay public here for a bit, just so they can kind of get a taste of what's going on. But I got a request before we get into that, and this is a request from Be Good V. So before we get into this, V, Be Good asked me to ask you where you think that gold and silver are going to this week. So let me bring up a gold and silver chart. And let's do that for Be Good as a bit of a deviation from what we were about to do. XAU, USD. I mean, I'm seeing pullbacks is what I'm seeing. It looks like what I thought was going to happen may not happen right away. I thought it was going to continue up, but it looks like gold and silver are having a hard time. It's not mine not showing. Yeah. Dude, I had a whole we had a technical issue already today. We basically didn't go live for about 15 minutes. So I think it's just Mondays.
Yeah.
So here's a screen share, and I'm looking at the. Let me go to a better time frame for this because that's a messy looking.
Where is it at? 23 still? 23.85.
I think it's at 22.70. No, it's at 23.05. Yeah, and it looks like it won't. It looks like it's not going to. It wants to pull back. It could pull back. It could go down to about 22.20. It could, but it looks like it's being held up at about 22.80. So do you think that price is going to go below 22.80 down to the 2200 range, or do you think it's going to stay above, or something totally different?
I think so. It's at 23, and what it's trending down.
Well, it wants to trend. It's got a little bit of bearishness to it on the higher time frames. It could end up kind of eating that, not being a problem. But yeah, it looks like it wants to pull back a bit on the algos, but not, you know how gold is. It might pull back a little bit and just pop back up. Let me put it this way. It wants to pull back, but it may simply just not go up for a minute rather than pull back. And I can't tell which one it is yet.
If it's going to pull back, it's at 23. Right now, the price is at what, 23.05?
Yeah, 23.05.
So we're at 23.05.40. If it pulls back, we're looking at 22.80, 22.70 is what we're kind of looking as a pullback, and then by the end of the week, we're gonna be back up 2,300 again.
Okay, because I got my if it were to pull back, my sort of likely place for that to go would be at about 22.25, a little bit lower than you, but that's just structural based. It doesn't mean. Well, I'll tell you what though, a 382 pullback is going to be right where you're talking. It's going to be about 22.60. So there's that, and let's move over to silver before we go back into Think Free's algo here. And it looks like a similar look to silver where it wants to pull back a little bit. And if it does, I'll tell you what the charts are saying. It might not pull back much more than it has, but a nice 618 pullback. Price could do anything from go up from here, or it might pull back to say 28.50, or it might pull back to 27.50. Those are the two areas I would see a pullback going to in the near term. Now, it could go lower, but those are the two areas I'm seeing for silver. What are you seeing for silver?
Silver is right now
29.73.
Okay, it's coming down. You're looking at 29. You're looking at $27.
Okay, yeah, that's right at a 786 pullback, and there's like data right there's liquidity there. Good. Okay, we got be good handled. Let's go back to the algo here. And before we jump into the algo V, do you have anything else that you want to bring up?
No.
All right, perfect. Well, so this is okay. Good. The way that the algos work in this case, we're looking at a multi-time frame analysis. So again, if you're not into trading just yet, this is something where you're going to want to sit back and take notes because we're going to get a little bit advanced here. I'm going to try to keep it simple, also in the interest of time. But the way this works is that we're looking at trends on the right-hand side of the screen. So the middle pane and the right pane, there's 3 panes here. The middle and the right pane establish a trend. So if the middle and the right pane are saying that price is probably going to go down, then whatever trades we're looking for on the far left screen are going to be to the downside. If the trend in the middle and the right screen are upward or bullish, then the trades that we're going to look at on the far left screen are going to be upward and bullish, right? We want to trade with the trend if we're trend traders. And in this case, Think Free, I do believe you are trading with the trend. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go back in time and we're going to do what we had as a practice run prior to actually going live. And we're going to talk about how this triple EMA works, because that's what's on the screen. These lines that you see here are called a moving average exponential. And the way it works, and again, this is going to be over some people's heads. It's not that hard to understand. And I did a show 2 Saturdays ago. So 9 days ago, you can see that I actually explained exactly how this works in detail. It's within 5 or 10 minute show. So if you're not understanding this, go back and watch that and then come watch this. This white line is the fast EMA. This orange line is the middle EMA, and this blue line is the slow. So this is a 10 period EMA is the fast, a 20 period EMA is the medium, and a 50 period EMA, if I've got this right, is the slow. All right, what do you have for 2? Why does it say 200? You're using the EMA ribbon. Okay, you probably just blinded the 200. That's fine.
Yeah.
So, okay, good. So but that's how this works. All right. So the way that we trade EMAs, if we're just going to trade EMAs, is we let the fast EMA pop up above the medium and the slow, and that's where we enter our longs, which in this case is right here. The white one pops above the orange, and then pops up above the 50, which is the slow, and then we exit our trade when the white pops below the orange. So in this case, it would be a slight loss, but then you'd re-enter the trade right here. And then once you've re-entered the trade right here, price goes up immediately. And then at some point during this period, you're taking profit out of this trade. So you get another pop below, and then it pops up again, and we re-enter. And so we're actually, we're actually taking profit. Let's get my my arrow out here. We're taking profit from this move, and we're taking profit from this move. And then, of course, you have to have some kind of take profit logic, right? Well, we can just let the EMA run out, but that's not quite as good. There is a slight profit there. But if I'm going to use the EMAs to enter a trade, I'm going to have a system for taking profit outside of just letting the EMA expire. And the way the EMA expires is by the fast EMA goes below the medium. It doesn't have to go below the slow. That's how I do it. And that's a way to kind of guarantee a captured profit. So in this case, what we've done is, let me remove these drawings one at a time, is we've established basically in this area an uptrend. So our uptrend is going to be a slight uptrend from here to here, and then one nice uptrend from here to here, and then again a very strong uptrend from here to here. Now, what we'll do is, this is the medium pane, I believe. So on the far right, we're also going to establish an uptrend with a different color date range. And it's going to be in the same methodology. So you're going to see an uptrend where the white EMA crosses above the orange. The chart's getting a little bit messy, but I'll make this clear. And that's going to be from here to here. And I'll make this a darker green so that we can differentiate. Okay, so where these two meet, where the teal and the green meet, that's where the juice is, right? Probably this on the far right area. So you're not going to be able to look to the past if you're live trading. All you're going to see is what's really actually going on at the time. So when this trend begins, because we have this large green one from the pane that you're looking at, and then the middle pane, you'll already be in that high trend. And the middle pane, you'll notice that a new trend breaks, and you'll be able to capture these strong moves. That's how you can predict that these strong moves are going to come, because you don't know those are going to come. You have no idea these strong moves are coming. You just know that your EMAs are telling you they might come. And when your EMAs tell you that they might come and all these things line up, in this case, the most likely trade to take is going to be this one. I'm going to put this yellow line right here. That's how you're going to know it's probably time to enter. Now, that gives us the stage being set. Now, over on the far left, we have that stage set on a much lower time frame. So now we get to decide how to enter and exit this trade. And this is where Daniel is going to give us a little bit more information. So now that we have the stage set with your trends, how are we using the data on the bottom of the screen to enter this trade?
So if the ADX is, wherever I set it, 20 or above, it's a go for the trade. And if for a bull, it would be above the blue line.
Okay.
The blue on the SMI of the blue above the orange.
Okay.
That's basically what I've been doing so far.
So here, I just expanded the ADX, and this is a trend indicator. In fact, I'll probably do a show on that. I thought I did a show on that. If I haven't already, I'll do a Saturday show using this, but I think I did this last Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So when this ADX line goes above 20, and it's going to sometimes be like, maybe 22, or it might be, I need to fix that actually. Let's move this to, what is our, okay, level range. Move that to 20. When this goes above 20, then we know that we know a trend is beginning, basically, right? So I marked that out. And then the SMI, which is a very powerful indicator. What have I done? Hold on. The SMI, which is this bottom indicator that I'm going to blow it up. When the blue is above the orange, that is a go for this trade.
Mm-hmm.
So both of those things are in play. You have the blue above the orange. You have your SMI just crossing above. Keep doing that. Sorry. You have your SMI crossing just above 20 right here. And you can see that we're in this long high time frame long with the dark green, mid time frame longs with the teal. And that means you are a go, sir. So you enter, and you must have some kind of take profit and stop loss logic.
Yes, I've been I've been just testing this. I haven't been doing the formal 200 tests with this yet.
Okay.
So if we can also go back in time to see my test trades.
Sure, we can do that.
August,
but this is, what we would try to do.
That's basically what I've been doing, and I've been just setting the stop loss at the recent low or high, and doing a 1-to-1 trade just to see if this thing pans out.
Okay. With this kind of trade, that's a great way to start. You're probably going to want to figure out another way to do your stop loss, I think.
Yeah, and I think, so it's sort of a bare bones thing, and I'm hoping we can get some refinement for it today.
Yeah, I would. Well, and we will in the private live lab. I don't want to. I don't want to give too much here away on the public. But this is what one of your trades looks like. And as we go back in time, where did you say you were going back to as far as your tests?
I started August 22nd, 2023, August 22nd.
August 22nd. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go back in time where Danny has actually done some trades here. And they started in this arena this time. And I don't know if we're seeing any trades right now. Oh, well, you know what I probably did was I think I overwrote your stuff.
Oh, okay.
So that's okay. That's not a problem. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and that's an easy thing to fix. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Okay, just got to find there it is. Copy. And then we'll paste up here. make a copy. You can see all those lines on there.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do think free 2, save. Okay. So we'll go ahead and open up your far left here, and we're going to copy August 22nd, 2023.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll go to, okay, so these are some of your trades, and you're looking to see how well they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go. We got a successful trade here, a successful trade here, and one here, a loss there, a win here, a loss here, a win there, a loss. No, that's going to be a win, I think, because if you stretch this, if you stretch this all the way over here, you have one, right? This one here is a win. This is a win. This looks to be a win, I think, or it's no, you lose this one. This one here is a loss. One of the things that's encouraging about this algo, though, even the ones you lose, you see how much time you spend in profit, right? Like, for example, on this one, technically you lose it. You pop out here, but you spend a fair amount of time in profit. So one of the things we want to do is that have you cataloged this data to find out like your win versus your loss, like your hit rate or anything like that?
I thought it was mostly losses, like but eventually when I got going on it, like a third of them.
You're winning a third of your trades.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
That's fine. So or you're filtering the way that I was filtering, right, with the high time frame and the medium time frame.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Well, one thing we can do, because you can win a third of your trades and still be profitable. It just means you have to have a much better risk to reward ratio. Right. And when you tighten up your risk to reward ratio, then you're going to end up with like you're going to end up with more losses, but your wins are going to be bigger. So one way to do that is like this particular trade, it won, right? But you're also looking, if you could hold on to this trade, you're looking at a win that would be
right. That's what I
4.2 to 1.
Yeah, that's what I'm not sure about, how to extend the trade, or sometimes you bring the stop to entry and then you expand it, but I'm not quite sure how to do that when you're actually live trading. Or
in your case, the way I would do that is, and actually we probably should stop. This is a great demonstration for your basic listener out there. Sure. So what we'll probably end up doing is going to the private show and kind of going from there. And I'll tell you how I would move the stops. And I got a way to create a stop loss for you that might work. And I've got a way it might work a little bit better. And I've got a way that I would move stops. So we'll get into that. V, sir, can you get us over to the private show?
Yeah, absolutely. You guys get to see the real world results of what happens when people start employing and deploying what they have learned at algofactory.tech. Listen, don't sit on the sidelines wondering if this is for you. Join us. Start trading, because I'll tell you right now, this is going to be an exciting opportunity for all you guys from here all the way to the end of 2025. Buckle up. Get your seatbelts on. For those who are going to be panicking, I don't know what else you're going to be doing for an additional stream of income, but this is going to be phenomenal for a lot of you and an incredible opportunity. So join us, algofactory.tech, for less than the price of a bottle of water. $1.66 a day is all it takes. $1.66 per day. Join us, algofactory.tech. And with that being said, Cowboy, let's go private.
Join us or die.